The brand new Slam Gala promo is here with 587 overall masters and hopefully their 89 overall counterparts dropping later on in the promo. Obviously the 89 overall versions of the masters are looking like they're each giving out boosts and they should be playstyle select. So those will drop later on throughout the promo, but in terms of the promo itself, what can you get normally spent and how do you actually get these masters? Well, as you'll notice along the bottom, there are 5 different sort of sets of events. There's one for each separate player. There's an Alex English event, then there's Jamal Crawford events, Vince Carter events, and so on and so on. Every single day will have a different master set being unlocked. So as you can see, the first one is Alex English. You've got an event on the left hand side which costs 100 stamina to play through. You'll get yourself a 71 overall version of him and 500 Gala points. Then to the right of that, there are 5 events you can play on top of that, which is 1 Alex English token per event costing 75 stamina apiece. And then on the second day, we'll have Jamal Crawford events being unlocked. Alex English's ones will get locked again, and then the third day it'll be Vince Carter's turn, then Kevin Garnett's turn, and so on and so on. Now, because the promo is out for a total of 7 days, I'm guessing once they've cycled through each of the masters once, we'll then get ourselves a second rotation going through those masters. Some days, of course, it will have to be 2 masters at once, just so they can compensate for that. Hopefully that is the case, so we get through each of the master sets of events at least twice throughout the promo. But aside from that, along on the top, there are some extra events you can play through. These are predominantly the Blitz ones. You'll notice there is a Slam Gala Blitz one, which are going to cost you 25 stamina per event. There's 20 events you can play through a day, and each one is going to give you 200 of the Gala points. Then to the right of that, this one is on a 12-hour reset instead of a 24-hour one. So you can play through 10 events every single day, and it'll give you 1 random token. So you could get an Alex English token, a Jamal Crawford token, a Vince Carter token, any of the 5 masters, you have a chance at getting 1 of their tokens. It is completely random what token you get. There's no way of swinging it to get a certain specific master. It is completely random. But alongside that, you're also going to get yourself 100 Gala points for the price of 35 stamina per event. These points will help you out in the milestones, which you can see will go through bit by bit in getting some extra players, some tokens, and of course the Slam Gala trophies. But as you go through bit by bit, you'll notice as you get up to 55,000 points, there is a mode center court. Now you notice in the top left hand corner, this is going to give out a slight boost. And what it is once you get this, stick this on your team, and when you go ahead and play through any event that's giving out Gala points, instead of giving out say 200 points on this event, it will give you slightly more than that depending on what the boost is on that court itself. So that is going to be very useful in helping you get more Gala points as you play through the promo. But that is only going to be unlocked when you get up to 55,000 points. You'll get some more trophies, tokens, all of that stuff, and at 70,000 points, you're going to get yourself an 81 overall Slam Gala player select. Now this is going to be very useful, and you also get another one at 110k. I'll go on to why a little bit later in the set, but getting up to that point will be extremely useful to help you out with the promo. In terms of the sets themselves, there is 1 row for each different master, but along the top there are a bunch of exchange sets which you can do. The very first one is by exchanging each of the 5 71 overall masters once, so 1 Alex English, 1 Jamal Crawford, and so on and so on, each one once, to get yourself 5,000 Gala points. This one is not repeatable, meaning you can only do it once throughout the entirety of the promo, and it doesn't really matter when you do it because you are still just going to get those 5,000 Gala points. The one to the right of that is exchanging 5 random 71 overall players, so they could be any of these 71s. You stick them in here and you will get yourself 1,500 Gala points. Now this one is repeatable and it is on a 24-hour reset, meaning you do it once every single day, getting yourself 1,500 points per time you do it. There is exactly the same thing for the big token points exchange, which you're exchanging 5 of each of the specific tokens to get yourself 5,000 Gala points. This one can only be done once throughout the entirety of the promo, and it does give you those 5,000 Gala points. The token exchange one gives you slightly more than the small player points exchange one, just because those tokens are extremely valuable. They're going to be exchanging 5 random tokens for 2,500 Gala points. Again, this one is repeatable and it can be done on a 24-hour reset. To the right hand side of that, there is one where you exchange 2 random tokens to get yourself a trophy, and the trophies can be used in place of any of the specific player tokens. It could be used as a Jamal Crawford token, a Vince Carter token, whatever you want it to be, it can go in one of those token sets. And these are where you're using the tokens to get yourself the masters. 5 tokens to get them from 71 to 77, then you're going to need the 77 overall version of them and 10 tokens to get them up to 81, 30 tokens to 84, and then 65 tokens to 87 overall. Now from the home screen, you'll notice there is that 89 Kevin Garnett. In the past, when we've had this promo, to get them from the 87 overall master to the 89 overall master, it's going to cost you an extra 100 tokens. I said earlier in the milestone, you are going to be able to get yourself that 81 select pack. If you go ahead and get that, that'll save yourself getting through this set over here, saving yourself 5 tokens and saving you 10 tokens, which is going to be very helpful. It might not seem like a lot, but it can be the difference between you getting yourself an 87 overall master, potentially an 89. It can be that difference. So make sure you're not really doing these two sets, getting up to that 81 select pack and then going from there and trading them up to 86 and then also to 87 on top of that. It's exactly the same for all the other masters. Jamal Crawford, again, going up bit by bit, using his specific tokens and his players to upgrade him up to 87 overall. The same for all of the masters over there. In the store, there are extra ways which you can get yourself some extra points, and that is through this coin pack on the right hand side. You can spend 10k coins per pack, 3 of them every single day, to get yourself 100 Gala points. Above that, there is 200 NBA cash for 500 Gala points, and that is going to be 10 times every single day. A BOGO offer is unfortunately not for spending cash, it is by spending real money. You can buy the VIP event pass, which is going to cost you real money to unlock, and that will come with some extra stamina and some extra points. There are some boosted players and a boosted jersey over here. You can see the City Trailblazers jersey. That will give you some extra points playing through the different events, exactly the same as how the court does in the milestones. Those players will help you out in getting through those milestones by getting you more points per event. Now, I have noticed a couple of people have been pulling some of those store masters, the 82 overall ones, out of these core trade up sets. So it might be worth you going ahead and doing some of them over here just to see whether you can get lucky enough to get yourself any of those store masters. Because if you do get one, that is going to really help you out in getting through those milestones and potentially getting yourself a lot more tokens to help yourself out in getting some of the masters. You'll notice the 282s over there, Batum and Looney. If you get them, that is going to be very useful. Make sure you're sticking them on your team, using that team to play through events to get some more points. But what can you actually get no money spent from the promo? Well, it starts off by taking a look at the promo length, which is of course 7 days. You'd look at this event over here, you get 500 points per event. Assuming that we get through all of the master events twice, that is going to be 10 events, each one giving 500 points. That's 5,000 points. From these blitz events, you times the 200 by 20 and then by 7, because that's the promo length. That is going to give you 28,000 points. And then from these random player token events, you're going to get yourself 7,000 points in total from those ones alone. Then from the store, you've got your extra coin offer, which is going to give you 300 points in total per day. 300 times by 7, that is 2,100 points from that alone. From the sets, the big player points exchange and the big token points exchange is each going to give you 5,000 points. That's an additional 10,000 points. And then you can do each of the small player points exchange and the small token points exchange 7 times throughout the promo each. So that's 10,500 from the small player points exchange and 17,500 from this small token points exchange. If you add all of that up in total, you're getting yourself 80,100 points. And if we take a look at the milestones, that gets you comfortably through most of it in terms of the rewards. You would get yourself all the way up to this one over here, getting yourself 4 of each player token. Now, because you're also getting that court alongside of it, you're going to be able to push and maybe get up to 85k. 90 is a little bit of a stretch, but you never know. It just depends on how much of a boost that court is giving out and how quickly you can go ahead and get it, so you can play through the majority of events with that court equipped on your lineup. So the more events you play through with that court, the further you are going to get ahead. I'm just going to base the rest of the calculations off of you getting up to 85k throughout these milestones. So now on to the tokens themselves. And as you'll notice, if we do go ahead and get through these master events twice, then you will get yourself 10 tokens from each of the different masters. So that's 10 of these Alex English tokens, 10 of Jamal Crawford tokens, and so on and so on. Then from these random player token events, you're going to be able to play through 70 events throughout the entirety of the promo. And because they're random, I'm just assuming that there is a 25% chance, a 1 in 5 chance of getting yourself one of each specific token. So that is 14 tokens for each of the different masters. And then you're also going to get yourself the milestone rewards. And inside of that, you're going to get some of these random player tokens. Again, using that 1 in 5 chance, that is 1 token from each of the masters. In total, throughout all of these milestones, you're going to get yourself 24 tokens for each different master and 37 of the trophies. So that puts yourself up to 86 tokens for your chosen one. That is including all of the tokens from that specific master and also using those 37 trophies for that specific master. Now, in terms of upgrading your masters from 77 to 87 overall, that is going to cost you 110 tokens. Assuming that the 87 to 89 overall master set is going to require 100 tokens, that is 210 tokens in total to get them all the way from 77 to 87. But if you are using the 81 select pack, that is going to be a reduction of 15 tokens. So as a no money spent player, I'm assuming you'll probably get up to at least one of the 87 overall masters. An 89 overall master is going to be a real stretch, although if you're doing your cash offers, then you might be able to open some more of these packs to get some more points to help you out through the milestones and potentially get to the end and hopefully get that 89 master. But it isn't a guarantee. I think it's safe to assume you would get an 87 overall master, but not an 89 overall master. That is usually the case when it comes to these types of promos. I think the previous version of this was the Olympic Rewind one, but we had a ton more time than we do on this promo. This one only being 7 days is going to limit exactly what you can get. So make sure you're picking a master and deciding which one you're trying to go for, saving up all of those tokens and using the other ones in the exchange sets to be able to get yourself one of the 87 masters at least. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of these 87 masters are you going to try and get. And when you get them, you might be wanting to do some special moves in NBA Live Mobile, like a jelly layup, a step back shot, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know exactly how you can do that and more, go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.